Okay, well, this is absolute bullcrap. But I just recorded a 15-minute video, and it deleted it. I previewed it to make sure it was in sync, bye bye bye. But it was like, oh, error while uploading the video. So here we go again. I've been getting into comic books. I used to read comic books when I was like in. It's not gonna. This isn't gonna be as good as what I just did because I actually took my time. But in seventh and eighth grade, I was reading comics. I kept up with them for about 2 years. Uh, but a new comic book store just opened up 5 minutes away from my house, not 15 minutes away. So some of the stuff that I got into was Magneto. It's just a little mini series that I've been reading, and it's awesome because I love Magneto. He's the best. I bought a 100-page spectacular of Superboys. I like the teenage direction of characters just because it feels more relatable, I guess, and they go through more problems than adults, I feel like. Uh, Voodoo, these right here. It's about a team of FBI agents that go into a strip club to see to like keep tabs on this chick, and it sounds lame, but halfway through the comic it gets like super intense and it just throws a complete curveball into it. Uh, I didn't want to do I didn't want to do something that was really streamlined, mainstream. So I picked a lot of stuff that was obscure, kind of like stuff that people don't really talk about, like Nightwing, Batwing, the Penguin. There's a mini series for the Penguin. Uh, Captain Atom, and then this fella right here, Savage Hawkman. The art is fantastic in this, and it's just a really strange story. I won't really get into it that much because I just spent like 5 minutes talking about this one freaking comic. So sadly, you won't get to hear about it. But maybe when I'm in a better mood, when I'm not pissed off at the fact that it just deleted a long video, I'll be fine. But I have 1 and 2 of that, and 3 is incoming. And then this comic right here is the best I've read so far. It's the new Ultimate X-Men. Basically, the X-Men find out that they are creations by the government. They aren't like special or anything. So a lot of them are like, I've been lied to my whole life. Uh, what's the point? All this stuff. A lot of them have different perspectives. And actually, this isn't Wolverine. This is Wolverine's son. And it also takes that teenage approach and adds in a bunch of religion and stuff. And it's really, really obscure. And I like it a lot. I can't really say any much else because there is a quote at the end of number 2, which I'm actually going to read because I read it last time. But I'm going to read it because it is a really, really cool quote. So I thought I would share it with you due to the fact of how awesome it is, and it actually makes like a pretty awesome statement on society. Um, it says, and now you get to. Oh my God, I'm already butchering this. And now you get the other big problem with that whole tomorrow people idea. And it's got nothing to do with whether you're a mutant or not. See, the thing is, turn the page, people don't like tomorrow. When they're scared, when everything starts moving too fast for them, they want to look to the past, not the future. Every new threat to our security is answered with a call to remember the triumphs of our history. Every great revolution of science is answered by a mass movement back towards religion. The more frightening what comes next is, the more we look back at what once was. We call out to the ghosts of yesterday to save us from the dangers of tomorrow. So with the world going up in flames all around us, with the end of everything so close at hand, and a bunch of would-be prophets and priests crying out to the God of their forefathers for salvation and vengeance, imagine our surprise when he finally answered. And he is unknown at the moment. Uh, but this really like digs deep. Like it's one of those things where you start reading it and you just get absorbed and engulfed. You just don't care about anything else because there's so many twists and turns in it that it keeps you on your toes, and that's what's good. It doesn't get boring. There's nothing. There's never a boring part in it. And characters that you wouldn't think would be so like hardcore to the max and badass are. There's a ton. I have I want to say 10 or 11 comics in my pool right now. Um, a lot of them are kind of based off of my liking of Invincible, which is by Robert Kirkman, and it's a really uh, kind of goofy art style, but it has really bright colors and everything. But it's bloody, like super bloody. I would lightly compare it to Kick-Ass, if you guys have read that or have seen the movie. It has that kind of twist on it, and I love it. And I read it from a while back, but I can't find all of them, so I'm getting them again and reading them. And then in this catalog, uh, there's a ton of stuff that it shows stuff that's coming out, and I have a bunch of stuff that I want to read. It's like a 9-part series of the Avengers when they were young. There's the miniseries of Penguin, a new Wolverine comic. Let's see, something with Cable in it. Cable is the best. The Defenders, which has Iron Fist in it, and She-Hulk. Stuff like that. Let's see. Another Wolverine where it's another 5-part series where he goes against Alpha and Omega. Moon Knight is one that I want to check out. And I can't really think of the other ones, nor am I in the mood to think of them. But nonetheless, uh, comic books are definitely a really fun thing to get into. Uh, I'm really glad that I got back into them. I couldn't be more thankful for the guy that works there and owns the place. I mean, I walk in day one, I buy Magneto comic, and then I walk out, come back in, and I probably have been there half of the days this week, and just adding stuff to my pool, and I'm just like, hey, will you add this to my pool? Will you add this to my pool? Will you tell me what this is about? What's this about? Can you order this for me? Can you look this up for me? When are you getting this in? I feel so bad for bombarding him with questions, but he is doing a bang up job right now. So tons of respect to him. I believe his name is Neil. He is just a godsend. He got me on a really good comic. He just constantly helps, and even when I don't ask, he will ask me if I need help. Um, Because I don't know, I always feel bad. I think everyone has that person that they just immediately go to for favors, and I go to him and I'm like, hey, can you order this for me? And he's like, oh yeah, sure, let me see if I can get it for you. And he just goes above and beyond what I would expect a comic book store owner to do. So, definitely check it out. If you guys haven't been there, um, let me see the address. If you don't live in Florida, actually, if you don't live in Jacksonville, sorry, but if you do and you're watching this, it's 1124-3 North 3rd Street. It's like right next to the Tire Kingdom and before Salt Life, I think. It's 32250. It's awesome. Go there. It's called Universe of Superheroes. You'll see a big picture of the Hulk holding a surfboard. It's pretty easy to miss because it's in a very small lot next to like a liquor store, but it's very well set up. Uh, Definitely check it out. Basically, um, But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I just did another 10-minute video after making that 14 one where I was a lot more hyped up and happy about my comics. But nonetheless, they're awesome. Check them out. If you don't read comics, I recommend you do. If you think it's nerdy, you're stupid, because it's not nerdy. They're terrific stories with gorgeous artwork. Much more exciting than a book, that from my experience. So, this is Lukenessmonster. I'll catch everyone later, and I'll probably be back once I get more comics on Wednesday. But until then, it's been nice seeing everyone. More sugar.